So you've gone through all the steps, and you may have spent 1, 2, 3 months going through this protocol. However long you've taken, you get to a point where you can't do any more, and you stop. So what happens next? Now this is the part where we can get stuck. I know I've been stuck here many times. I've been set up with a protocol that might have gone for 1, 2, 3 months, and I've gotten to the end, and we're like, yes, great. All right, total confidence that it's all worked. I'm cured, I'm ready to go, and then I go back to my old eating habits and absolutely destroy much of the work that I've just done over the last 3 months. Now I don't want that for you. All right, it's no good. It's not going to help you at all, and it may take a whole lot longer. We really don't know. So there are a lot of articles out there. Teachers that are telling you it may take you 3 months to get rid of your candida problem. Well, like I said, I'm 6 years in. Candida, parasites, who knows what else is going on, they're still there. Is it because I don't know what I'm doing, or is there something else that needs to be involved? Or do I just need to keep on cleaning up the process and working my way through it? Maybe it's going to take longer. Maybe it's going to take even more years than I'm at. Maybe there's something else going on. We don't know, but what we do know is you still need to keep up your diet. So you're no longer taking the antifungals, anti-parasitics, antiviral things. Or maybe you're cutting down the dose and you're just taking small amounts. That should be okay, because you're not going to be killing off too much too quickly and creating a kind of die-off reaction that's leaving you average. If you're in that state, it means the body's going to be able to heal itself. And that's great. That's what we want. So continue your rest if possible, and continue to nurture the body, nurture your digestive system. Get those probiotics in there. Get your prebiotics in there. Keep your diet going really strong. It doesn't really need to change too much from where it was. If you were to pick up and change from the diet that you're on and then go straight back into, I'll just add a cheat day in here or a cheat meal in here, and that could involve huge amounts of carbohydrates, huge amounts of sugar, junk foods and stuff. And I know that because I've been guilty of it myself. I mean, it was never uncommon for me to eat a whole pizza or a whole tub of ice cream and chocolate, who knows what else. All right, but I mean, that's just pouring gasoline on the fire. It's just going to ignite things, and you're basically feeding off whatever's in there and saying to them, hey, just kidding, I wasn't really serious about what I was doing. I had a good try, but whatever happens, happens. So keep up your good nutrition. I do encourage you to keep up that low carb type diet, or if keto works for you, great, or if vegetarian or vegan. If you've figured out what works for your body, keep it up. Keep limiting the sugar, keep limiting the starch, and see how your body goes with it. You may find that you can introduce a little bit more starch in there. If you do so, I encourage you to use maybe a sweet potato or something like that. White rice tends to be not too problematic with those sorts of things, but again, you want to keep your quantities low enough that you're not encouraging them to grow and increase in number and cause those problems all over again. So look, this is a really tough point in the whole process, and possibly the hardest step of all, because you really don't know where you're at yet. So keep working on that. Keep the sugar at bay. Sugar is what caused the problem in the first place. So imagine that your body is susceptible to that. You could be almost like an addict. So we liken that to like the addictive type thing where, as soon as that sugar's back in, bang, these guys are like totally sugar reactive and they multiply again and your problems come back. So just go real easy on it. Don't go back to your old eating habits. Try and stay away from your cheat meals, cheat days, those sorts of things. If you are going to cheat, it's a whole lot better if you can have a cheat meal that you make yourself with quality ingredients, or you're just getting quality products in there. So for example, you may have seen cauliflower crust pizza that exists these days. Great, that's something that you might be able to try. That might work for you. But if you're doing the cauliflower crust pizza, I would encourage you to make it yourself, because some of the ones that you can buy from the store still have wheat flour in there, which is only going to make your problem worse. So we want to stay away from that. You're better off making it yourself. Again, some of those cauliflower crust bases may have dairy in there, you know, cheese to be able to hold the thing together. I know my body does never do well on cheese, so going and doing it that way, it's just not going to work. But if I make my own, I can be picky with the ingredients that go into it, and I can get something that actually helps support my health rather than take me backwards. Same thing for you. So again, chocolate, you'll find that some chocolates are higher quality than others, some are lower quality than others. I like Green and Black's organic, the 85% one. The sugar content is low and it doesn't seem to react too badly with my body. And it doesn't have the nasty stuff in there. You buy the cheaper chocolate and the cocoa level is low. There could be milk stuff in there, and milk can aggravate people. The beans that they use to make the chocolate from, quite often they're farmed commercially, which means a ton of pesticides on there, which means introducing that stuff back into your system, you're trying to keep that at bay. So go for the healthiest option of whatever these things are. You know, I mentioned ice cream before. Ice cream is just playing with fire. You may be able to find some coconut ice cream or coconut yogurt or something like that that can just tie you over and be enough to satiate you. There are recipes that you can find. For example, I Quit Sugar is a great book. There's a couple of different recipe books that Sarah Wilson's put out, which have really good treats in there, which will keep the sugar away and encourage health, even if you're having something kind of sweet or seemingly as a cheat food. So just proceed with caution from this point. Like I said, you don't know where your body is at. You don't know if you're completely over that. You don't know how long this is going to go for. What you do know is you don't want to go backwards. Okay, so maybe you're 3 months in now. Maybe you've got another 3, 6, 9 months to go. Maybe it's longer than that. Who knows? But keep supporting your body as well as you can. I don't encourage you to go and finish your 3 months and then just go straight back into another protocol. It's like, yeah, I'm going to go off and kill all the rest of those things. Right, I've tried that in the past and it's no good, because really you don't give your body enough time to heal properly, which means your digestive system is constantly compromised and not able to extract the nutrition so your body can heal itself. You know, you want to be able to get to that point where it is healing itself. The immune system is taking over and is pushing that stuff out with you having to force that to happen. So take your time with the process and go easy as you go through it. If you feel like you've got enough energy to run a marathon and when you finish you're not just, you know, laying up in bed for days on end, maybe you're at a point where you're well and truly over it. Who knows? But I do encourage you to work with a health practitioner who can monitor these things for you and keep you moving in the right direction, because really having someone you're accountable to who can have an objective look at where you're at, what's going right, what symptoms may be coming up for you, and help you solve some of those problems that come up along the way is really where you want to go with this. So take your time, keep up those good habits, and you'll continue to get healthy throughout the process.